Oh, hi there. Yes, I'm sorry about the audio. I only have my phone microphone here, and it does pick up background noises. So I'm gonna have to speak a little bit louder than I normally do for you to hear me clearly. In any case, this is my great jade plant I bought last spring, a year ago, and I really liked it. But earlier this spring, I pruned it back quite a bit. I wanted to shape it and uh, and encourage new growth further down. And it was doing all right. I repotted it at the same time into this thing and traded this or bought this gritty mix, this inorganic gritty mix for well draining soil. And it was working out for a while. Lots of little new growth all over, starting immediately after repotting and pruning. And then I got it in my head like, oh, wouldn't it be pretty to set up like a little moss top in here to make it look like grass and more bonsai-like. And so I went outside and I picked up a whole bunch of moss from around my neighborhood. And I bought some sphagnum moss as well. And I cut up the sphagnum moss and put a thin layer on top for the moss that I'm going to put on top of that to root into, or not root, but grow into. And that worked out well, and it looked nice. And I left it there for about 2.5 weeks or so. And during that 2.5, 3 weeks or so, all growth sort of stopped. And I was like, oh, like, it was put on pause, like literally just put on pause. And I couldn't tell what was wrong. And I thought maybe I didn't water it enough because I hadn't watered it a lot, it being a succulent. So I tried watering it more and that didn't help. And the leaves were still thin and some of them were starting to wrinkle, but they've all thinned out. And yeah, so then it dawned on me, okay, so it's not the water, because these didn't plump out and start growing again. What else has changed? And I thought, oh, my moss. Maybe it's the moss. That hadn't occurred to me, so I immediately took it off. And now it's been another 2.5 weeks or so without any moss, and it still hasn't grown. And you'll see here, towards the base, it's a darker brown. That's only because in the previous pot this was buried, and so when I repotted it, I thought I'd raise it up out of like, so it's not covered, but it was discolored. So that it was always like a darker brown around there. But yeah, so I'm gonna bring it over for a closer look here. And yeah, I don't know if that makes an interesting shot or not, but that's a soil mix and the jade, and yeah. So anyways, today I was looking for mealybugs, and I didn't find any, but I pushed a little bit on this base, and it flexed. Like right now, it's pushed like wow. And so I pushed a little bit harder, and then suddenly liquid squirted out. I was like, oh my god. I was like, no. So yeah, I guess it got root rot at some point, possibly related to the moss, possibly not. I'm not entirely clear. But I'm gonna bring this over and I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna squeeze it and push it, and it's disgusting. It's sad, but that's the way it is. So yeah, did you see that? Like it just squirted. Like, oh no. Yeah, anyways, it's really unfortunate. So, I don't know how far up the root rot has, not the root rot, how far the rot has gotten up. So I'm gonna cut it at its base. I'm gonna show you the rotted stem. And I'm gonna keep cutting up until there's no more rot, because some of this might be salvageable. I don't know, we'll see. But I don't know if this base is too big for this. Yeah, kind of. So I brought a knife, just a kitchen knife, and let's give it a go. I don't know. It's really sad. I was hoping for a great tree, a great recovery, and to shape it and to have to cut it like this. I'm really sad, but I do have a large dwarf jade that's an equal size now. So, you know, out the door with one and in with another. Oh wow, yeah, this knife just cuts. Wow. All right. There we. Oh god, that is disgusting. Oh. Yeah. Oh fuck, that looks terrible. Oh, that's supposed to be bright green. That is like a murky. Well, there's dark brown, there's black, and a murky green. Oh, that looks awful. Ah, that's so bad. Fuck. Oops, I wasn't supposed to swear here. I wasn't going to. Anyways, let's see. Let's see. All right, I don't know. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I still can't get that. All right. Let's put a little bit higher. All right. Ooh. Well, that's a bit better, but still, you can see a dark ring on the inside. So there's the rot. So that's it. Yeah, and you can see it there. All right, so a little bit higher. I know it's going to be there, but I don't. If I can, I want to keep these together. So let's see. Well, it's harder to cut hair, so that's a good sign, I guess. Oh yeah, it's getting better, but still, you can see that dark ring. So that's root rot still, at least what I've learned from watching YouTube. So I'm gonna have to split this, unfortunately. All right. There we go. Oh, no, not bad there. All right, interesting. All right, maybe I can start using these shears. Certainly a less clean cut. Oh yeah, I want to use those. No, there's still root rot. So let's go up a node. And this is not a happy day. Still a bit of root rot, that dark little bit. I've learned, or at least I hope I've learned correctly, that even a little bit I want to get rid of. So it means I chop some more off. Before I split it, I'll just chop a little bit higher up. Nope, still a little bit. Oh, okay. This is sad. All right. Okay. All right. I think there's a tiny bit. There's a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see it, or the camera's focusing quite right. I don't know. I'll leave that for now. Yeah, this one. Maybe I get lucky. Maybe. Hey. Wish me luck. All right. Still more root rot. Oh, and this thing, the stub is disgusting. I'm gonna have to dig that out later. All right. So let's try that one. Root rot. I think this whole plant is, oh, well, actually, I know I could salvage some of it, but I wish I could salvage larger chunks. Uh, all right. All right, here, I think we're good here. Yeah. And there's a couple dark dots there, but I'm willing to try that. Maybe plant that. It's not a bad starter stem. Not bad. This thing, I don't know. Maybe I'll make something out of that. Now, what about this one? Let's see. No? Alright, so we'll chop this in half. Let's see how it goes. Whoa, we got lucky. No root rot. Or not root rot, no rot. These aren't roots. But I'm gonna root this. And that looks like a nice, decent starter. Okay, so I got something out of this. Just not what I was hoping for at all to begin with. Anyways, I'll continue on my own. You get the gist of it. This is a very sad experience for me, but it's a learning experience. Don't screw around with moss and jade plants, at least. Let's see what I can do. Oh, that's gonna be awful. So this is the root ball. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was in a large container before, a very large soil-based container. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. You know those zombie movies and things are oozing out? That's what this looks like. Oh, I'm just gonna take this skin away. And it's like all mush. Oh, it's not good. Not good. And juices like, yeah, that's disgusting. And yeah, it's soft down there. Anyways, when I pulled this out of like this large dirt container, I was really surprised to find that this was the only main root ball. Like the roots had not spread through it very much. Like it was mainly just this and a few little roots here. So I was disappointed, but I thought, oh, well, maybe I can grow it out and, you know, once it's in a more gritty, aerated mix. And, well, I guess I never had that chance, unfortunately. Because I'm inexperienced and I'm making mistakes, and I hope I learn from them. So that's disgusting. I hope I can reuse this soil. I hope the rot does not infested this soil, because it's not cheap, this gritty mix, and hopefully I can reuse it with something else. I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna first look online to see if that's possible or if it's not recommended or what. Anyways, that is all for today. I just wanted to share and try recording a video, see how that goes. Hopefully my voice is loud enough and you weren't straining to hear most of what I was saying. I'm still learning, but next up is my dwarf jade, $80, not bad. All right, till next time, take it easy.